Hello, fellow travelers, dreaming of Europe? Imagine walking the Seine, exploring Rome's streets, or seeing a Santorini sunset. Ready to explore history and culture? You've booked your ticket, packed your bag, and are about to embark on an incredible solo journey. Traveling to Europe comes with a great experience, but what about over-tourism? Before you go, let's talk about being a responsible traveler. Your adventure awaits. Let's prepare you to be the best traveler you can be. The first step in having a positive experience is to set the right mindset. It begins with a simple but profound shift in how we see ourselves. Are we a tourist or are we a traveler? To some, these words might seem interchangeable, but there's a world of difference in the approach they imply. A tourist often arrives with a checklist, rushing from one famous landmark to the next, focused on getting the perfect photo to prove they were there. Their interaction with a place can sometimes be superficial, a quick consumption of the highlights without truly engaging with the local culture or community that makes the destination so special. A traveler, on the other hand, moves with a different intention. A traveler is curious. They want to understand the rhythm of a city, not just see its monuments. They are interested in the people, the customs, and the stories that exist beyond the main tourist attractions. They see themselves as a guest in someone else's home. This mindset encourages you to slow down, to observe, and to listen. It's about seeking connection rather than just consumption. Adopting this traveler's mindset is your most powerful tool for ensuring you are welcomed and for getting the most fulfilling experience out of your solo journey in Europe. This summer, many beloved European destinations are bracing for another record-breaking season of visitors. Think about Venice, a city of just 50,000 residents that can see that many tourists or more arrive in a single day. Imagine your own hometown suddenly doubling in population every morning. You can start to understand why some locals might feel overwhelmed or frustrated. Their quiet neighborhood streets become congested, their local bakeries have long lines of visitors, and the simple act of going about their day becomes a challenge. The issue isn't you personally, it's the sheer cumulative volume of people. Understanding this context is not about feeling guilty, it's about building empathy. When we understand the pressures these communities are under, we can adjust our behavior accordingly. We can choose to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. This means being mindful of the space we take up, being patient in queues, and remembering that we are visitors in a living, breathing city where people work, study, and raise their families. By starting with empathy, we change our entire approach. We move from a mindset of entitlement to one of gratitude and respect for the privilege of being there at all. Venice, a city of breathtaking beauty, struggles under the weight of tourism. For Venetians, the dream can feel like a nightmare. The resident population has dwindled while visitor numbers soar, straining daily life. Local shops are pushed out, replaced by tourist-centric businesses, eroding Venice's unique character. Authorities implement measures like entry fees to regulate tourism and preserve the city. Understanding this context is key to being a respectful visitor, acknowledging the city's fragility and showing solidarity with its people. Now let's travel to Barcelona, another city grappling with its own popularity. The capital of Catalonia is famous for its vibrant street life, stunning Gaudi architecture, and beautiful beaches. But this popularity has come at a high price for its citizens. The term over-tourism has been a major point of political and social debate here for years. Local residents have organized protests with slogans like "Your tourism kills our neighborhood." The core issue often revolves around housing. The boom in short-term vacation rentals has driven up rent prices, making it incredibly difficult for local families and young people to afford to live in their own city center. When you walk through neighborhoods like the Gothic Quarter or Barceloneta, you might notice a tension in the air. While these areas are beautiful and full of history, they are also on the front lines of this conflict. Locals feel they are being pushed out, their community spaces overrun. Simple things like the noise from late-night tourist parties or crowded public markets can become constant sources of frustration. This isn't about disliking foreigners. It's about residents fighting to protect their homes and their quality of life. They are resisting the transformation of their living city into a commercialized theme park for visitors. Paris, the city of light, faces a similar, though perhaps more subtle, challenge. While Parisians are famously protective of their culture, the recent pressures are different. The sheer volume of visitors in iconic areas like the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, or Montmartre can create an atmosphere of chaos. Imagine trying to navigate the metro during rush hour, only to find it completely jammed with tourists struggling with large luggage. For a Parisian on their way to work, this daily frustration can easily build up. The city's elegance and charm can feel threatened by the relentless pace and noise of mass tourism. The frustration in Paris is often less about housing and more about culture and space. Parisians value their customs, from the simple bonjour when entering a shop to the leisurely pace of an evening meal. When tourists bypass these small but important social rituals, it can be perceived as disrespectful. It reinforces a feeling that visitors are there only to consume the city's beauty without engaging with its soul. As a solo traveler, you have a unique opportunity to break this pattern. By making a small effort, learning a few French phrases, observing local etiquette, and moving with awareness, you can distinguish yourself from the crowd and receive a much warmer reception. The phenomenon of tourist fatigue is not limited to just the largest, most famous cities. It's actually a ripple effect that is now being felt in other popular European destinations. Take Amsterdam, for example. The city's beautiful canals and liberal culture have made it a magnet for travelers. However, the city center, especially the red light district, became so overwhelmed with rowdy tourist behavior that locals felt their city was being disrespected. The government has responded with campaigns like Stay Away, aimed at discouraging tourists who come solely for partying, and has moved to ban cruise ships from the city center to reduce congestion. This is a clear message. Amsterdam wants to welcome visitors who appreciate its unique heritage, art, and culture, not those who treat it as a playground without rules. The issues are tangible for residents. They face streets clogged with beer bikes, noise pollution late into the night, and a general sense of their home being treated with a lack of care. As a traveler choosing to explore neighborhoods beyond the immediate city center, visiting smaller museums, and engaging with the city's life respectfully can make all the difference. It shows you are there to connect with the real Amsterdam, not just its most commercialized and chaotic elements. Similarly, Lisbon has seen an explosion in popularity over the last decade. Portugal's charming capital, with its scenic trams, historic neighborhoods, and affordable cost of living, became a go-to destination. But this rapid growth has brought familiar challenges. The iconic yellow tram 28 is often so full of tourists that locals can't use it for their daily commute. Neighborhoods like Alfama and Bairro Alto are struggling with the same housing pressures seen in Barcelona, as long-term apartments are converted into lucrative short-term lets. The city is at a tipping point, trying to balance the economic benefits of tourism with the well-being of its residents. The feelings on the ground in Lisbon are mixed. There is still a great deal of warmth and hospitality, but a growing undercurrent of concern is definitely palpable. Locals worry about losing the authentic character of their city. They see their favorite traditional restaurants and shops being replaced by businesses that cater exclusively to an international clientele. By being a conscious traveler here, maybe by taking a walking tour that supports the local community, eating at family-run tascas, or even just being mindful of noise levels at night, you contribute positively. You're acknowledging that you are a guest in a city that is trying hard to hold on to its identity. Let's talk about how to be a respectful guest in these amazing cities. The goal isn't invisibility, it's moving with a gentle footprint. Dress smartly, skip the loud logos and beachwear, and opt for simple, comfortable basics. This shows you value the city as more than just a vacation spot. Mind your volume. In many European cities, public spaces are quieter. Match the local tone. Lower your voice on public transport and in restaurants. It's a silent sign of respect. Be aware of your space. Step aside when checking your map or taking photos. Don't block sidewalks or doorways. Locals are just trying to get on with their day. Approach each moment with patience and a smile. Things may work differently than at home. Embrace the slower pace and unexpected closures. Frustration won't help, flexibility will. A calm, observant traveler blends in and is welcomed. You become part of the city's pleasant background, not a source of stress. That's the true art of blending in. You don't need to be fluent to earn respect, just learn a few key phrases. A simple bonjour or grazie transforms you from anonymous tourist to welcome guest. Before you go, memorize, hello, goodbye, please, thank you, and excuse me. Use them every time you interact with someone. These words are magic keys to warmer encounters. Learn how to ask, do you speak English? In the local language, it's a sign of courtesy. Start in their language, then switch if needed. People appreciate the effort. Smile, make eye contact, and don't worry about perfect pronunciation. Your effort sets you apart from the crowd. Locals notice and appreciate travelers who try. You're not just passing through, you're engaging with their world. Even small gestures of respect are met with kindness. That's how you make a big impact with simple words. Want to avoid over-tourism? Step off the main trail. Don't just rush from landmark to landmark, spend a day with no agenda. Wander a local neighborhood, relax in a park, or visit a family-run cafe. Your money supports the community, not just tourist hotspots. Shop at local markets and ask for neighborhood recommendations. Embrace local rhythms, enjoy a long lunch, join an evening aperitivo, or try tapas. These rituals offer deeper cultural insight than any checklist. Your best memories may come from unexpected moments and real conversations. This style of travel is more sustainable and rewarding. You become an active participant, not just a consumer. That's the power of local living. Even with your best efforts, negative encounters can happen. Someone might be rude or tell you to go home. It stings. Your first reaction may be shock or embarrassment. Don't let one moment define your trip. Pause, breathe, and resist reacting emotionally. Escalating rarely helps. Your peace is the priority. If someone is aggressive, calmly walk away. Find a quiet spot to process your feelings. It's okay to be upset, but don't let it ruin your day. Remember the positive interactions you've had. One unkind word doesn't erase all the kindness you've experienced. You control what power that moment has. Keep moving forward. After the sting fades, use empathy as your shield. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. Their frustration isn't about you, it's about the pressures of daily life in a crowded city. You're a symbol of a larger problem, not the cause. That shopkeeper may be struggling to keep their business. The person on the street may be overwhelmed. Their reaction is a cry of exhaustion, not a personal attack. Understanding this helps you depersonalize the moment. It's not a reflection of your worth as a traveler. You have a right to explore, but your presence has an impact. Empathy reminds you why your small, positive actions matter. You're not the stereotype, they just don't know you. Keep showing you care, even in the face of negativity. What do you do in that split second? De-escalation is your best strategy. Pour water on the fire, not fuel. Responding with anger confirms negative stereotypes. A calm, polite, even kind response can be disarming. It subverts expectations. Offer them peace instead of a fight. It can diffuse tension immediately. This takes practice and self-control. Imagine someone says another tourist blocking the way. Make eye contact, smile, and say "excuse me" in the local language. Then calmly move. This simple gesture can end the interaction positively. It takes the wind out of their sails. If someone says "go home," assess their demeanor. If they aren't threatening, a calm response can be effective. Say something simple and heartfelt. "I understand your frustration. Your city is beautiful, and I will treat it with respect." Tap into your empathy. Show them you're not the enemy. You handled a difficult situation with grace. You kept your dignity. After a negative encounter, it's easy to let it color your trip. Shift your perspective and turn that negative moment into a positive catalyst. Don't be timid, be more mindful. Let it strengthen your resolve to be the best traveler you can be. Transform from a naive tourist into an empathetic global citizen. Great travel isn't always perfect. It's also about challenges. You'll likely remember the time you were told to go home. Balance the negative with a proactive search for the positive. Restore your faith in the good of people. Sometimes you need to stand your ground without aggression. Calmly communicate that you are not a doormat. Maintain a calm tone and use I statements. Imagine a cafe scenario. You're ignored while locals are served first. Instead of accusing, try, "Excuse me, I believe I was next. I would appreciate help when you have a moment." Another script. If someone makes a dismissive comment, gently challenge their assumption. Say, "I understand why you might feel that way. I'm trying my best to be a respectful guest." If someone tells you to go home, respond with empathy. "I hear your frustration. I'm just a person who wanted to see your city. I promise to be a good guest." Stand up for yourself by appealing to shared humanity. How do we proactively create positive encounters? It starts with being approachable and taking small social risks. Your body language is the first invitation. Instead of being engrossed in your phone, be present. Make eye contact and offer a genuine smile. Initiate small talk by asking for help or advice. For example, at a bakery, ask, "Do you have a favorite that you would recommend?" Show genuine interest beyond tourist sites. Find a natural point of common interest. Ask questions rooted in the present moment. Remember to be a good listener and ask follow-up questions. These moments blur the line between tourist and local. Making friends while traveling often happens through shared experiences. Consider a cooking class to learn local dishes, creating a natural bond. Find a third place like a local cafe to become a familiar face and strike up conversations. Pursue your hobbies abroad, connecting with local subcultures. Don't be afraid to accept or extend invitations. Spontaneous shared moments can be highlights of your trip, transforming a destination into a place of friendship. So, as you stand on the verge of your incredible adventure in Europe, I hope you feel more prepared and encouraged. We've talked about the real challenges that beautiful cities like Venice and Barcelona are facing. We've explored practical ways to be a more mindful and respectful guest, from the clothes you wear to the words you choose to learn. We've also navigated the difficult moments when you might feel unwelcome and discussed how to respond with grace and strength. This journey is not just about seeing new places. It is about discovering a new way to travel and a new way to see yourself in the world. It is about moving with purpose and intention. The single most important tool you will carry in your backpack this summer is empathy. It is your shield, your guide, and your key to unlocking the most meaningful experiences. When you travel with empathy, you see beyond the postcard views and into the real, beating heart of a place. You understand that you are a guest in someone's home, a visitor in a living, breathing community with its own joys and struggles. This perspective changes everything. It transforms potential moments of friction into opportunities for understanding and connection. It allows you to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. This summer, make a promise to yourself. Promise to be an empathetic traveler. Promise to be curious, to be patient, and to be kind, both to the people you meet and to yourself. Remember that every small gesture of respect, a simple bonjour, a quiet voice on the metro, a purchase at a small local shop, sends a ripple of goodwill. These actions distinguish you from the crowd and show that you care. They open doors to conversations, friendships, and the kind of authentic moments that become the most treasured memories of any trip. You are not just another tourist. You are an ambassador of a more thoughtful way of exploring our shared world. Go forward with confidence and an open heart. Your European dream is waiting for you, and it will be rich with beauty, history, and adventure. There will be challenges, but you now have the tools to meet them. There will be moments of pure magic, and you will be ready to embrace them fully. Travel well, travel with empathy, and have an absolutely wonderful time. The world is ready to welcome you, and you are ready to be the kind of traveler the world needs more of. Bon voyage, and thank you for joining me.